What's up, YouTube? So today's video, I wanted to make something that wasn't going to involve any kind of exotics. So it's all high-end pieces. And this is actually more towards like the newer people that haven't had the opportunity to get their exotics yet. This is also going to help other people that just don't really feel like using any exotics, trying to be a little more original. So let's go ahead and get started into that. So as you can see here, I've got two-piece Fenris, a Cheska, a Grupo Sombra, the Matador named backpack from Walker Harris & Co., and the Brazos mask, and I've only got 2 blue cores. Going into the stats, I'm sitting easily at 60% crit chance and 151.2 crit damage. So I'm doing a lot of damage. It has absolutely nothing to do with any exotics. So let's go ahead and start first with this weapon. I got the named FAMAS, the Burnout, with max assault rifle damage, max health damage, and max damage to target out of cover. And the talent, perfectly on empty, reloading from empty grants 40% weapon handling for 10 seconds. I've got also the Vecta SBR 9mm. And here, I haven't really focused too much on the optimizing the attributes, just because it's purely just a secondary and it's high fire rate and mag size. It doesn't really matter too much. It's actually strictly there for just in case purposes. But it does have damage, max damage to armor. So honestly, that's second best to Detox. So I'm sticking with it. It's also got the talent Unwavering. Swapping to this weapon grants 300% weapon handling for 5 seconds. Kills refresh the buff, and swapping away disables this from all weapons for 5 seconds. So I'm doing a lot of weapon handling. It's good on the reloads, good on the accuracy, the overall weapon handling. Pretty good talent. Also fairly easy to find both of these weapons. First off, we have the Brazos mask. One piece gives a skill haste, which this isn't really why I have it, to be completely honest. I'm using it because of its armor core attribute, and the fact that I'm also able to stack crit damage and crit chance, and also adding a crit damage mod. As you can see, I got the crit damage and the crit chance attributes are both maxed out. Second, we got the Cheska chest piece. 1 piece bonus giving the 10% crit chance. Max armor. It's got 11.1 crit damage and 6% crit chance. It's really, this again, it's not maxed out. This isn't really my goal to have everything maxed out. I just want to try to stay as realistic as possible when it comes to the newer players. Yeah. But I do have a 10% crit damage mod and Unbreakable. When your armor is depleted, repair 95% of your armor, which in PVE, that's huge. It gives you a whole second chance of life on top of the Revive Hive. Now we are moving on down to the holster. We have the Fenris Group holster. I've got 2 pieces on. The 1 piece bonus giving 10% assault rifle damage, and 2 pieces giving 30% reload speed. Which with the FAMAS, we'll get to the FAMAS here. So I've got the 20 round extended mag, which takes away 10% reload speed. So having that 2-piece Brazos is giving the 30% reload speed. So in turn, I'm actually gaining 20% reload speed to make up for that 10% that's been taken away. So with that extended mag, that actually means a whole lot because that mag really slows down your reload time. And in those clutch moments where simply running out of ammo can mean life or death, this reload speed is untouchable. I've got 12% crit damage on it and 5% crit chance. And moving on to the Matador is the named backpack. This is obtainable through Dock Zone, and you can also get it through conflict caches. If you play a little conflict, Dock Zone proficiency caches. This one's a little harder to come by, but it's still nonetheless a high end, so chances are you may have one in your inventory. If not, then you know where to find one. The one piece giving 5% weapon damage. This always rolls with a red core, so I just stuck with a red core. I didn't bother doing anything else with that. Because with that being said, I'm only able to change one thing. So I just changed. I don't remember what it was that was on it, but I did put crit chance on it. So it's got max crit chance, max weapon handling. Again, I wasn't able to change the weapon handling. You can only change one thing per item. So I just went ahead and chose the lesser of the two evils and put on crit chance and then crit damage mod. So I still get my crit damage and my crit chance in one piece. And this has perfect adrenaline rush. Whenever you are within 10 meters of an enemy, gain 23% bonus armor for 5 seconds. Stacks up to 3 times, and the cooldown is 5 seconds. And honestly, 5 seconds is very manageable. Moving on to the second piece of fitness, we have the gloves. Again, giving that 2-piece bonus, 30% reload speed. I've got crit chance and max crit damage. And last but not least, the Grupo Sombra knee pads, which is personally one of my favorite pieces to use, whether I'm in incursions, raids, open world, if I'm in the dark zone even, because of that 15% crit damage. And that's without any attributes, that's just having that one piece. It really adds up. I've got max crit damage and a max crit chance. Again, the weapon damage is low. Like I said, I want to try to be as realistic. I want to not have everything maxed out on this loadout, just so it doesn't seem as overwhelming for these new people out here. With my utilities, I went with the solo pick of the Revive Hive. Gives you the chance to get back up if you're not, especially playing solo. That can really be extremely helpful. I've also got a pulse here, just regular scan of pulse. So you can just scan out your enemies, know where they are, and then when you're alone, you can just pick them off. Easy peasy. And I've got the Deagle here. Honestly, you can use any pistol that you want to use. And it's got Optimist. Like I said, I'm not really focusing too much on it, but Optimist is weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine. That's purely a placeholder. Like I said, you can use anything that you want to use. I'm also using the Gunner specialization. You can use Gunner, and my second pick for this kind of build would probably be the Firewall, and that's only because of the medkits. But since we're using Gunner here, the Gunner is going to give you 10% armor on kill. It's going to increase your reload speed on every third reload. It's also going to give you a little bit of bonus armor on every armor kit that you use. It's going to increase your rate of fire. Honestly, the Gunner specialization is probably one of my favorites in the game. I use this on so many of my builds. I highly recommend it. So if you don't have it activated on this loadout, try it out. Maybe you'll like it just as much as I do. And that's going to be it for the build breakdown. I'm going to attach a little bit of gameplay to this so you can see this build in action as a solo player. And alright, so until next time guys, I'm MyStubbs and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.
Spotted by hostiles. Reinforcements en route. Hostiles detected.
Moving around them. Okay. It's not going anywhere.
Wasting my time over here!
Stop! You're trying to get behind me. Help! Please! Blow it to hell! Point turret! Immobilize! I need new plates for this.
Heavily armored hostile detected.
God, enemy movement to the side!
You gotta move! Put it to death!
That was too damn close.
Supply room access unlocked.